Breaking news has come out today. Richard Hart has officially defeated the corrupt SEC. Yes, it is not a joke. It actually happened. If you check your portfolios, you see there's a lot of volatility and stuff going around. I'm now going to go through it here with you, friends. Everyone's been waiting for another very lengthy episode. You can actually see in my juicy news coverage from before, friends, because the dopamine was great, wasn't it, at the start? Richard Hart defeats SEC. And then actually, it's interesting as the show goes on. So the first 15 minutes, like, yes. And then, like, by the final 15 minutes, I was like, okay. And then reality, the dopamine pretty much stabilizes again. It's very interesting just to track that all over. So I'm just going to quickly do a refresh on the prices and everything. So it is green across the board. It's huge. At one point, Inc was up like 70%. So I'm just going to go through just some faster time prices and everything out here. This is the daily chart for PulseX as well. Everyone's got these things on the 1 minute chart. It's just interesting, yeah. As soon as we go up, there are Jeets that just get out and they trade back down. That's wild, man. A 30% drop. The volatility is insane. This is a 1 minute chart. That's PulseX as well. So obviously there's been great news. I'll just go through that first and we'll continue. So obviously Judge Aunty Carol delivered her yummy cookies. She's actually reads in conclusion, for the reasons set forth, Hart's motion to dismiss is granted. Judge Aunty Carol out here. Now, we had all the information asymmetry. We pretty much knew we were in the court. Everybody was doing the Twitter spaces. We had all these quotes out here. I mean, even Sir Ivan, the great technologist, Ivan was in disbelief when I remember on his stream, he was reading out my tweets and I was saying, Judge Aunty Carol, she said, where does the blockchain live? And then there was she liked the fact that Richard did the $27 million donation. And he's like, Somi, where are you getting this? You're just making it up? And he just moved on to the next segment. And I was like, bro, it's like right in front of you. We're trying to tell you but that's what happens, friends. When the price is down, everyone thinks you're cuckoo. No one cares, We actually still are down from when he was covering it, which is interesting enough because we went and made towards monthly lows here. So just continuing, more content to come. So Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, has apologized to Richard Hart. Wow, let me be the first to apologize to Richard, which is interesting. Thank you to our favorite Hooters waitress, Dr. Exologist, for that. Now, of course, friends, okay, some people might say, stop being a meanie. And I'm like, hey, I don't make the rules. Go to the friendship cult, go talk to Spoonie, go talk to Shimshoni, go and talk to Nick, go talk to Dot Specialist, go talk to Yeezy, and go talk to that guy who's always cheating. And you can't talk to George because George is muted for about 700 days, okay? And go ask them to break the rules. They're not going to let you. It's house rules. It's cult rules. You block me, you get a nickname. That's it. You don't want the nickname? We get unblocked. There's some special cases, friends. Like we got Puzu and a couple of people out here, Dick Carter. But yes, that's ultimately what it comes down to. Some nicknames are just too good. You can't knock them. Now, during this time as well, Watch a Guru, right? I remember when they reported on, it's so funny. They reported on like Richard Hart, Interpol, all these things coming out. And then like, hey, turns out you were wrong. And then look, they did like the tiniest sentence. Judge dismisses SEC case against Hex crypto founder Richard Hart. Which is just, it's hilarious out here. You know what's also funny, right? In the comments, I went into the comment section of Watch a Guru, and there's this guy, and I'm not joking, friends. You won't even believe me. I'm just going to show you. I've just made it now, because if I told you this, you would not believe me, okay? You'd be like, something I don't believe it. Okay, let's read this together. Okay, there's a guy in Watch a Guru. His name is Jeet. He's got an Indian Vitalik avatar picture. And his first response, here's one of the first comments, when Rocha Guru pastes, judge dismisses Richard Hart, declares him the victor, pretty much on these. His first response, instead of saying, hey, is there any opportunity here? What coins do I buy? Where do I go? Instead of saying that, he says, wow, crime is legal now? LeMayo, maybe just to bait him, to then arrest him. So this is just perfectly encapsulates everything. A guy trolling. His name is G. If I told you his name was G, his name is G. a Jeeter with a Jeet avatar, Indian Vitalik. Okay? Instead of saying, maybe I should see if there's cheap prices somewhere. Maybe I should go explore your friend Somi, who's wearing a bull hat right now. Moo! Who's got his fluffy Highland bull slippers right here. Instead of subscribing to him, I'm just going to continue being a Jeet. It's interesting, right? How depressed the price is. Now, why? So, like, during these times, friend, that's the market's a signal. Yeah, the market is the signal. The market is like the ultimate, it's the ultimate arbiter of justice, right? It is the hammer of justice. So, people don't change their minds based off any news first. They change their minds on the price. The price is their signal, yes, because they're living in the now. So that's ultimately how you get these people to capitulate. You just wait for the price to go up. Also on the way down, yeah, you get the non-believers out on the way down. You get the non-believers in on the way up. So I think now it's also important to celebrate with some gentle music. I wanna sail away when the going gets rough, when the going gets tough. So, you know, when you're looking at these types of behaviors, friends, of just people in the markets and the crowd, there are things that come your way. Even though you can see them coming, you can see it happening, it still doesn't really prepare you. So there was this moment of, you know, the prices spike up and there's people actually selling. I mean, like even in my Juicy News, I said, dude, if you're clicking sell, you are the most pathetic loser. Like I want you to get out. Actually, I don't want you to be long. Just get out. Yeah, you don't deserve any upside gains whatsoever. And I really do mean that from the deepest part of my core. From the deepest part of my soul, you're a stinky little disgusting soy boy scum. I don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to be on the same chain you. I don't want to be literally hooking up to the same PulseChain validators just to approve a transaction, to do anything, just to like even just like open up a page. I just don't want you there. I don't want any of these people there. You don't want them there either. Looking at everything though, and all PulseChain, liquidity bonding and how everything works together. You can even see, friends, pDAI, pWBTC, People's Bitcoin, People's DAI, and even Dick with Butt. All of these, they're moving in alongside PLS, right? So it makes you think about as well, Richard, removing the incentive token reward to get everybody to pull liquidity. And yeah, the liquidity did thin out a lot, and we started going really a lot more hyper volatile out here. This is the daily chart for PulseChain, but ultimately, like we're still in that level wedge, aren't we? This is the weekly chart out here. We're still in that wedge. I've got more videos coming out for you later on, friends. I've got a deeper video, like it's an honest look at PulseChain's price performance. And when you hear the word honest, you think it's going to be really bad. But it's actually not. Like I'm just being completely serious, friends. Like I know in people's minds the disappointment because Richard's one dude. It's easy to say Richard or this or that. It's very, very easy. And I would be the first person to criticize if that was actually the way to go about these things. It's not. It's not. It's literally, you want to be angry at someone, yell at the cloud that got Ethereum to go down. That's it. And it's not even Vitalik, yeah? Because the same force that got ETHBTC to go down is the same force keeping the Russell 2000, the racist Russell 2000 down. So this is ETHBTC. Also, like, how much you want to fault the guy? Dude, he literally, like, he launched PulseChain when the chart looked like this. Like, I'm just going to show you, like, just to show you how freaking disgusting we got scammed by Ethereum. And this, look, that's what the chart looked like. My gosh, could you get a better looking chart? Like, you just survived the bear market of crypto. Ethereum was now proof of stake. It's now going to burn all the coins, even hyper aggressive. And Bitcoin was about to go up. And look what ends up happening next, right? Look what ends up happening next. Like, everything just starts pretty much cranking down. Like, you just scroll, look what ends up happening next. Can you believe it? So I feel like we all got scammed equally, pretty much by that. And it's completely outside of our control. And what people, you know, if you want to say, hey, what was your hedge? Well, here's the thing. In 3 out of 3 Bitcoin halving years, Bitcoin dominance went down in all 3. In this one, Bitcoin dominance went up. So like when you talk about hedge, what was your hedge? Like your hedge is like there was no even, it never happened before. So we did get a freak accident. That's what happened. That's what pretty much, that explained most of PulseChain's price performance because we're slingshot leverage on Ethereum. Now, we are stuck in the wedge. It's very, very obvious. You have PulseChain, you have PHEX here at like 1.3 cents as well. I know you're probably expecting way, way, way better by this point in time. Probably because this is what's, friends, is going to happen. And look, I'll just warn you, this is what happened with XRP community because XRP's price was not able to deviate away from the cycle back in 2023, July, when they beat the SEC, or the judge was like, in favor of Ripple against the SEC. Because of that, when the dopamine wore off, it was tough for XRP community because the SEC was their boogeyman. It was like, you know what, we just got rid of that, we're going to $10. And then it went up to $1, dropped back down to 50 cents. And then basically you had to deal with everything. But look, I'm just showing you as well, even with all those difficult challenges, guess what? They still ended up running up really hard. Like they went up, like, think about the shock move up, did a fast 6x, and Ethereum's down. You know what I mean? So like that is just showing you, like, doesn't mean necessarily things are going to be necessarily great per se, but you can really understand the importance now of how hard it is to literally deviate away from these wider cyclical forces, which is obviously just representative by, like, the high US dollar right now. We need that pretty much to come down. That's pretty much, if you're going to watch a God market, that's where you got to watch that Dixie to come down. And I'll just show it to you now. This is it here. So you had a bit of a retracement here, and people might interpret it as Donald Trump and Zelensky. You watch that video in my Juicy News where Donald Trump is like talking about, no, don't tell us how to feel. We're going to negotiate. He kicks Zelensky out. Come back when you're ready to negotiate for peace and stuff out here. That might be the story. And then maybe Zelensky does want to do peace, and then it comes back down again. And then, oh no, Vladimir Putin, maybe he's like, maybe he gets angry because Donald Trump didn't kiss him on the forehead properly when they met. So, it goes back up then. And then Donald Trump's like, no, don't worry, I'll kiss him better next time. I'll kiss him on the cheeks next time. And then it comes back down. Yeah, pretty much. That's all you want to see. That's exactly what happened in 2017. Just to show you. And that was the stimulation that was happening. That was pretty much allowing risk assets, especially crypto, to go up, even though not many people saw it. So that was this is pretty much it. If you zoom in, that's what it was looking like. Here we have March, friends. So we have March. See, so it's going up, and then like throughout March, look what ends up happening. We actually start March, very interesting. March, we come back down, right? And then, we start to retrace a bit, and then it comes back down, And that wave, I've got it here for you, Altseason Wave 1. You can actually watch here, Altseason Wave 1. It peaks in June, around there. Just to show, so look at this. The US dollar goes from 101 to like, let's go to June, to like 96. So it loses 4 to 5 points on the Dixie, old Dickie boy. 4 to 5 points. So what I'm going to do now is just show you this chart. If we're at 106, maybe by June, this thing's like at 101. Maybe. Or whatever it is, okay? And that's like an old season wave 1. Okay. Now, you don't know exactly, but I'm just like highlighting the importance of, even though Richard Hart, SEC, Victory, what's going to happen? Those are cool, short narratives and things out here that gets excited. But what I've just shown you, old Dickie boy, that's who's really running the show now. Now, back to PulseChain price charts. It's interesting to have a maybe look at the PulseX to Pulse ratio. It actually hit, near parity. Actually hit on parity. Wild. A lot of people now, friends, are saying that, hey, it's time to get out. It might come back down. Do whatever you want. I generally think like it's not worth playing around with ratios, okay? The prices are so low. It's worth, if you have $5, man, $5 in like your spare shoe somewhere, it's worth, like, these prices are really, really, really low. Don't bother playing around with ratios. Like, you're trying to like, there's no more blood to squeeze out of the bone. Everything's like really, 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 you buy anything. You literally buy anything on the chain at this point, because just Pulse itself is still like 58% below SAC price, man. So yeah, we still need better times to push it up. Now on this page here, because you're a baby doll, I've got the Go Pulse website, and obviously we've got green across the board. PulseX buy and burn is now 6.49%. Everything is ratcheting off in the background. But then have a look at the pTokens, friends. All the forked pTokens, they all have a very nice linear, a lot of these big ones, the big popular ones, a nice linear move up with Pulse, the speed going up. Just showing you the effect that PulseChain bonding is very, very critical, and we're also spiritually and financially bonded to Ethereum. So that's also a weight. So that's why you're playing for the future, for Pulse to be higher. And look, if Pulse itself can be 20x from today, then yeah, you will unlock 50x's, 100x's. There'll be something that does a 500x, which surprises everybody out here. in the midst of that mania going forward. But yeah, I mean, at this point, I know how everyone feels. Everyone just wants us to get back to some sort of normalcy and break even when it comes to, like, you know, just that sack price. But with Bitcoin finally doing like this retrace and covering it here, it made me think about how we're gonna act on the recovery. And to that, I bring you the Others BTC chart, showing you like we're ready to recover up. We're ready to go up in this next leg. But yes, where are we going to stop? That's the question. Is this time going to be different? Where are we going to stop? I've just done a very basic Fibonacci. That's all I've done, a fib. And here. That's why I've got this circle exactly here between the 60 and 70%. And then this other one up to near the zone. So if you're curious, like what does that ratio mean? What happens if we get there? if we move up to here, right, that's a 2.6x on the average altcoin. If Bitcoin has moved up 50% from here to then, so you do 2.6 times 1.5, that means the average altcoin does a 4x from here. In 2024, Pulse did, see this number 4x, around 4x, see this number 4. So PulseChain did a 2 multiplier on that, 2024. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen again, but that's what it did last time. So that would mean 8, roughly 8, okay? Roughly, maybe it closes around there, maybe it wicks higher on the month, whatever. So where would an 8x take us from here? And that's, remember, that would be Altseason Wave 1. Okay, so that would like move it. If you go up here, where would a 700% move take it? There you go. That's around 3.5x sack price. Around up here. And then maybe everybody thinks it's over. And then we got an actual white swan coming with a pDAI thing out here. But we're just building up this Altseason Wave 1. That's where we're moving out now. We got this good news that's come out with the SEC. Hopefully, there's more things to come. Like, subscribe. Catch you soon.